Have you ever done something so damn bad that even the FBI wouldn't be able to waterboard it out of you? Naturally, I have not, but these people have. Today we're going to be reading through some down bad confessions on Reddit. The most down bad I've ever been was when I used to play Tomodachi Life in middle school. What is Tomodachi Life? Is that like Tamagotchis? And every time I had a crush on a girl, IRL, I would recustomize the me I was dating in the game to be them so I could at least feel what it would be like to date them. Like, this one, I mean, it's down bad. It's down bad for sure, but I feel like it's more cute than weird. It's not creepy. It's not gross. It's just... It's a bit sweet. Middle school, I don't know how old that is, but if they're like 10 or 11 or something, that's kind of cute. I was in 7th grade and I beat my meat in class. We were taking the end of semester tests and I was sitting behind a bad bitch. I haven't beat... Sorry, the mix of beating your meat in class because he sat behind a bad bitch is so funny to me. I haven't beat in a couple of days, so I was going through withdrawals because I'm an addict. I decided to jerk behind her and I think I got caught because later she was laughing and making jokes about my leg gyrating so far. How can you think that you would get away with jerking it off in class? Like, how could you possibly think that she would not notice, that you would not get caught? I don't know how you could do this so stealthily that no one would notice. There's like 25 people in a classroom. To make things worse, I butter in my pants. And I butter in my pants and hand and didn't wash it for the rest of the day. Y'all think she was turned on by me beating it or nah? Sir, I would say... or not, you should have taken this to the grave, my dude. You should not in a million years have even confessed this on Reddit. This is something that Batman should not be able to get out of you. Not only did you beat your meat in a public setting over a bad bitch in a classroom, but you walked around with it all over your pants and all over your hand for the rest of the day. We should have kept hand sanitizer after COVID. Imagine how many things this dirty bugger has touched in that day. Imagine how many things he has touched that innocent people have then gone and touched his nut butter. Also, why does he call it butter? That's so, And the fact he thinks that she could be turned on by it. Speaking for all women here, but I feel like I can safely say that no woman in the world is ever in a million years going to be turned on by that. Absolutely not a single one. I can promise you that. I'm down bad for Duolingo Lily. The mean, monotone, Aubrey Plaza coded Duolingo app character. I don't know how it happened. 415-day streak when the app hits me with an in-app ad that looks like I'm going to get a video call and it's that purple-headed goth popsicle with terminal case of resting bitch face. Suddenly my heart skips a beat. Is it really her? I have a loving partner, a relationship that is emotionally and physically the best I've ever had, yet my brain decides to have a crush on the Duolingo girl anyway. I'm kind of in two minds about this one because I think having a crush on a TV character and like an anime character is seen as pretty normal. This is just a cartoon character, just like that. But if it's getting in the way of your real life relationships, then it's kind of... Everyone has a cartoon crush, don't they? If it's getting to the point where you're thinking about her instead of your wife during certain marital relations, that's when I think we're gonna run into some trouble. My one coworker and I have always been quite flirty. Nothing too serious. It's almost always stayed at work. Almost always? We have occasionally met for drinks after work, but nothing out of the ordinary. Answered my own question. Yesterday, my car wouldn't start, so I had to get a ride to work. After work, my ride bailed on me, so my coworker offered to give me a ride home, which I accepted. He was exceptionally flirty in the car for some reason, and after we got to my place, he jokingly said that I owe him. I asked him what he took as payment, which got him a little flustered. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea to flash him. So I quickly lifted my top. he was even more flustered and got red in the face. He said something like, "Wow, thanks," before I left. I texted him this morning thanking him for the ride. I haven't got a reply yet. Okay, no, so this is a really odd thing to do. I understand that you've got this bit of flirtationship going on, but that was a big risk because, like, if he was just being friendly and didn't realize he was coming off as flirty, then you could get into some trouble for workplace, like, sexual harassment here. I would definitely say she's a bit down bad, but it sounds like he doesn't really know how to make a move, if I'm being honest. Like, saying, "Oh, I owe him," and, like, having drinks and things like that, but then he doesn't do anything about it. So maybe this is the step that they needed. Maybe this is what, like, needed to happen so that he would go, "Oh, she must be into me. She just showed me her boobs in the car, so she must like me a little bit." There was an update as well that he actually did end up replying and offered to give her rides more often. He was just didn't know how to make a move. I think her weird behavior actually paid off for them. I'd be interested to hear, but they're married with kids now. I, 17, am an artist with tons of free time, so I decided to go outside and just draw people around me to get better at fast figure sketching. I have my favorite spot, which is a local skate park that's filled with people all the time. I love going there to draw, and it somehow became my comfort place to chill out and even let loose of my anxiety. Recently, I've been on week-long break from school, which meant a lot of free time. I ended up going to the skate park basically every single day for hours. Today, I moved from my usual place, which was far enough from anybody to even come close to me while doing their skater business, to a spot right next to where the skaters sit, still to the side so I don't bother anyone. I realized that the regular skaters probably know my face by now. I just thought they never cared. Today, this 13-year-old called me a whore while I wore my headphones, and he thought I had music on. Also, it was 12 degrees outside. I wasn't wearing anything revealing. Not that it matters. You still shouldn't call people things like that, even if they're wearing the most revealing clothes on earth. But from what I've noticed over time, the kid is just edgy and probably trying to impress older guys. When I was finally leaving, I heard the group of guys yell after me, "Hey, don't leave," over my music, but in a kind of mocking voice. I might have misheard them, or maybe it wasn't meant for me, but there wasn't anyone else leaving at the same time. So now I worry if I'm creeping them out or making them uncomfortable. Am I weird for going to the skate park every day for hours to sit in silence and draw? Maybe they have some kind of weirdo, creep, or laughing stock. Even if they think you're a weirdo, a creep, or a laughing stock, don't leave. You have every right to be there. I mean, if you were going to literally watch them, that would be weird. But you're not. You're just going and found a nice place to sit and draw and sketch, and that's fine. If you were literally just going there and you were just sat there creepy watching them like that, then yeah, I'd say you are a creep and you need to stop doing that shit. But you're not. Parks are for everyone. Whether you're skating, you're drawing, you're no masturbating though. It's not for everyone in that sense. I fucking read your confessions. I know what you dirty people are like. Am I a creep? 27 male. I feel like if you have to ask this question, then you probably are. I got called a creep for the first time ever, and it genuinely confused me as well as pissed me off. First response is anger. It's not a good sign that you're not a creep. You might be hitting a bit close to home. I'm basically attracted to a chick who works at the arcade, and I couldn't help but look at her a little too much. Not long creepy stares, but a few glances every now and then. Not at her ass or anything, just her face is really beautiful. Not at her ass, so it's fine. Also asked others about info about her instead of just asking her. Bit stalkery, but okay. I personally lack a lot of experience with this type of stuff, so my confidence always varies. She found out and confronted me and said I was creepy. Maybe if you stop being creepy, you can get a girlfriend. Kinda hits a bit deep coming from a crush. I'm not a creep. I apologize for making her uncomfortable, but I don't know. Never been called that or gave those vibes. I just acknowledge beauty, and I wanted to check the situation and see what my chances were. I should have just asked. Edit. I don't get girls like that, but I'm very sure it's not because I'm a creep. I am not. Thanks for your negative feedback. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to better myself and learn from my mistake. Won't happen again. Edit 3. I am not on the spectrum. Jesus Christ, lol. All right, I have quite a few thoughts about this. This is giving off nice guy vibes. This is like, I'm a nice guy. Why don't girls date nice guys? Probably because you're probably not as nice as you think you are. If you're giving off creep vibes, instead of automatically attacking the person who told you you were a creep, maybe you should have some introspection and think, why do people think I'm creepy? If it was just a one-off thing and usually you have no issues with this and it was just a one-off thing, then she's a dick and ignore her. But he says he doesn't have any experience with girls and other things like that, which makes me think he probably comes off creepy more often than not. In which case, maybe take the feedback on board and change something. But instead, he's just getting really defensive, like saying, thanks for your negative feedback, and then saying, I don't get girls, but it's not because I'm a creep, in brackets, I am not. Bro, I think you might be. I think you might be a little bit creepy. That's okay. That's fine. Just acknowledge it. Change it. Be better. I just realized I am a fucking creep. See? He's come to the realization, unlike the past guy. He's going to do something about it. I feel positive about this one. I don't know if this is the right sub to post this on or not. I am feeling awful for what I've done, but on another note, I don't really care. I was rooting for you, bro. I was rooting for you that you'd have some introspection. You root for them, they disappoint you at every turn. My work just recently changed staff and I was the only person left on. A new group of people came on work and all much younger than me. I'm 36 and the rest of the new staff are very early 20s and straight out of college. I don't like where this is going. A few guys and one girl. The new girl and I seem to get along great. We IM each other all day to avoid talking out loud and letting anyone know that there is I don't know, flirting thing going on. Bro, she's 20. You're 36. You're the senior at her work. This is not okay. I just don't know. It feels like flirting, but flirting has, in my opinion, changed since I was younger. She's so much older than her. Which would be fine if it wasn't in a workplace setting. Anyway, I may be able to add more to this story if questions come up. All I can say is that it feels like there is a chemistry, but I'm not completely sure. Anyway, the other day she hands me this hard drive and tell me it doesn't work anymore. Can I fix it? Sure, I say. Why is I say in apostrophes and not sure? Shouldn't it be sure? I say, not sure. I say. Bit confused there. I plugged the drive in and it works just fine. She tells me she wants it to work on her PC and her Mac, but have separate drives, partitions for each. Fine again. I copy all the files off the drive to my work computer. I fix the drive, but I am unable to copy all the files back to her drive before the end of the work day. 3-day weekend. Bring the drive back and I'll put all the files back up. Being the main IT guy and the guy who sets up the network with the access to the computers so I can access them from home. This is the creepy part. I start looking through her files and realize they are all photos. So I copied them all to my home computer. I feel very disturbed and wrong for what I did, but I am also aroused at what I found. God, I hate people. There are, and not many, but a handful of erotic photos of this girl. Turned on? Yes. Feeling like an old creep? 100%. Well, don't do it. Delete them. I've never done anything like this and I know it isn't right, but there is no but. I just feel wrong. I also feel correct in doing what I did. I'm old enough to be her father if I knocked up her mother when I was 15. Am I a creep for peeking at these photos? I will delete them. It's a bit late, bro. You've already done the creepiness. Delete them still. Doesn't make it better though. I was just compelled to look at them. There's no justification here, my dude. You're creepy. That's all there is to it. I don't know, Reddit. I'm not sure if I'm looking for the acceptance for what I did or to be reprimanded for what I did. She trusts me and I'm positive she didn't think I could access those files once we left work. I'm confused. I feel awful. I'm looking for advice, I guess. Sorry for the rant. Also, I'm in a committed relationship 10 plus years. 10 plus years. Imagine being with a guy and finding out he's done that to his younger co-worker. I don't know who I feel more sorry for, the co-worker. Probably, yeah, it's the co-worker. She's the real victim here, but also the wife or the girlfriend or whoever it is that he's been in a committed relationship for 10 years with, because that is fucked up. Hey, so I've been thinking, I'm just not feeling this. I think you're great and I've loved talking to you, but I think we would be better if we just stayed friends. I just don't want to lead you on, so I wanted to be honest about how I'm feeling. But I wish you the best and truly hope we can stay friends. I don't really do friends, but it's all good. Give me the eggplant emoji next to my grave though. What? You can help me out though if you want to. That tall blonde girl who is your roommate, can't remember her name. Is she still single? If so, can I get her number before you put me in the grave? I'm done for today. I've lost all hope in humanity. If any of them were your confessions, you're nasty. Unless you're the girl sketching at the skate park, you're fine. Everyone else, you're nasty. If you like this kind of content, be sure to chuck it a like and a comment down below. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button and then you'll be able to see more content in the next few days. So I'll see you there. Bye.